Okay, so let's kick on with the NewsWatch list and get ourselves warmed up here. So we want one of these, and we want one of these. Okay.
So Sunday, Monday, it's very easy, strictly nothing. We have bank holidays everywhere. But however, so the US, the American and the Canadian traders will trade because it's not a bank holiday in USA and in Canada. Even, I suppose, many people will take off that day. So, but it's possible that some market will be open. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Actually, I did see a notification coming out to say who was shut and who was open. And it seems that some US banks do close down. So some of them.
But I think it's not systematic. So yeah.
Okay. So.
Well, so and so you have to expect some extremely nice movement on Monday, as we have seen on Friday. So Friday has been.
I only saw it when I loaded up this chart. Hang on, let me go to the end. There.
Yeah, indeed.
See how wicky it is.
Really ugly movements.
So kind of okay-ish, but spiky, and then super spiky down here. So
yeah,
really nice.
In fact, no activity, and so when there is no activity or a very low activity, we may have important jumps in the price movements, so along the same bar. And so this is why, as I explained in the course, when we consider the news, when we have several countries, important countries on bank holiday the same day, it's better not to trade, because if the big boys are not there, so why do we should care to trade? Also, we are taking extremely big risk, in fact, to be trapped in bad movement. So.
Okay, so let's go back there and zoom. Turn that off.
No problem, Ralph. Happy Easter. So happy holidays too.
Hey, Ralph. And I'll just line this up to Edward's chart. And okay, so we're back over here.
Yeah, the news.
Right.
So on Tuesday, so we will have the Canadian wholesale sales month-over-month, major and bearish. Then we will have the Aussie CPI quarter-over-quarter, major higher time frames, bearish. And the trimmed mean CPI quarter-over-quarter, major higher time frames, neutral.
Okay, scroll you down.
Yeah, on Wednesday.
Another quiet week.
Yeah, on Wednesday we will have. So I will monitor the Euro-German E4 business climate and neutral. I will monitor as well the ECB economic bulletin, then monitor, of course, the Euro-German 10-year bond auction.
Done. Yep.
Then we will have the CAD Bank of Canada policy report, major
no problem.
and in red.
Oh, right. Okay.
As well as the rate statement, and so the overnight rate with neutral bias. Then monitor indeed the crude oil inventories, and then again in red the CAD Bank of Canada press conference. Bank holiday in New Zealand, in Australia. Oh, they are lucky people.
Yeah, it's, yes, war commemoration stuff.
Yeah, and then we have another big one in red for the yen, the Bank of Japan outlook report, monetary policy statement, and the policy rate, which will be neutral. And then later the press conference. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah, the press conference. Okay. Then before the press conference, we have, so on Thursday for the pound, the nationwide HPI month-over-month, a major to be defined. and then we will progressively go to the weekend. So let's see. Can you scroll down the page?
Sure. Yep.
The rest of Thursday.
Just got the spreadsheet in the wrong shot. Hang on. It's Thursday. Did you want more on Thursday?
No, that's okay. We have, so let's see, the US dollar core durable goods orders month over month, major bullish. Then we have the durable goods orders month over month, major bullish.
Hang on. Thursday. Told you it's a bit.
So we have the core durable goods and the durable goods order, also major and bullish.
Thank you.
Then we have the natural gas storage to monitor. Then we have the Kiwi trade balance major higher time frame and wow, bullish, very bullish. Then we will have that's all for Thursday.
Why did you go, wow, I haven't looked at it? Oh, maybe it's a typo.
I don't know. We will see during the week. We will have to check during the week if there was not a problem.
10 times really last week.
Big difference, yeah.
Yeah, even if we look at what it used to be in the past.
Except if New Zealand has sold so many milk to China.
Well, we're getting more onto, yeah, there's the milk, but tourism and software are becoming the big things now. Our accounting package called Xero is taking the world by storm. At least that's, if I listen to the hype coming out of the people that are backing it. I think it is, though. It's doing well. So anyway.
Yeah, but such an important increase, it's really strange.
Yeah. It could be our new, we have a new venture called Rocket Labs, because we have a space station now here in New Zealand. I didn't know it, but we also have a space ministry. So, yeah, and we're shooting satellites up for NASA and other people into orbits because we've got a really good position here in New Zealand.
More and more countries have a space. How you have said space what?
Ministry or
ministry, or administration. For example, Luxembourg, so small country as Luxembourg. Yeah.
Put the gold vault up there.
And through them, for example, you can buy a piece of land on the moon, for example.
That's right. They're in charge of all the naming rights and yeah. Anyway, okay. Sorry. Back to work.
So Friday, yes. So let's see the speech by Jordan. Let's see the speech by Jordan of the Swiss National Bank. So
none of these are important.
No. We are done for
Friday.
Thursday. So,
right.
Jordan, let's see the speech.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was reading what Edward and Robert were talking about. Speak by Jordan.
So, did you speak at the SNB General Meeting of Shareholder in Bank? Or it's just a shareholder meeting, so nothing important because it will be public. So, then we have to monitor the Euro-Italian 10-year bond auction. Okay. Then we have the US dollar advent GDP quarter over quarter major higher time frame and neutral. And the US dollar major advent GDP price index quarter over quarter major higher time frames and bearish. And that's all for Friday. So not a lot of news.
And nothing over here. Okay. Cool. So a quiet week this week. Regarding Brexit, Eusebio, anything to be super careful about? Seems to have quieted down a bit.
Indeed. And I suspect that the process now is becoming more and more vicious because I have the sentiment that May and the other politicians want to the UK people believe that they have indeed voted for the Brexit, but not for a no-deal Brexit. they want to convince them that they have voted for a Brexit with a deal. That's really vicious, in my opinion. So we have to wait.
What does the deal give them?
Sorry?
What does the deal do? Does that give them access to Europe? So it's like leaving Brexit but still being in Brexit.
The deal May has made with the European Union is not favorable for UK because there are still rules they will have to respect concerning trade and the borders. So, many consider that it is not favorable for UK.
Okay. I said this. Sorry, I'm looking more at these things here to see if there's anything surprising coming up. Westminster, no, Thursday. They've still screwed up their date here. That's no wonder they can't get Brexit right if they can't do their calendar properly. I can't see anything coming through. Normally, if there's going to be Brexit-type questions, it'll be in here. And I won't say Brexit, they'll say European discussions or something.
It is important to follow every day now, in fact.
Yep.
Until something happens.
Why did that jump back? Friday. I think that's the end of the week. Okay. I can't see anything coming up, so if we go back to here, Eusebio, just before we jump out of this. One more. Okay, let's go here. Any situations now that we need to be aware of?
We have to pay more and more attention to what is happening now in Syria. So Syria can be moved from long-term to important or critical.
Okay, sure.
As you can see, the tension is increasing in Syria.
Yeah. I hadn't followed it, but okay, sure. And anything else? So Brexit is still at the top?
Yeah, Brexit is still at the top.
Okay,
and
cool.
It would be interesting to check also that the European Union is under pressure, but not necessarily for the situation in Germany and Italy, but for the European votes. We are approaching in less than 1.5 months the European votes or elections, and it will be interesting to see how the countries will be supposed to vote. Because there are more and more people criticizing the European Union, and so the idea of leaving the European Union begin to make its way in some countries.
Okay. Sorry, I'm too busy. You keep talking to the people, Eusebio. Sorry, I can't multitask at the moment. Okay, I'm going to modify our NewsWatch list right now so that I don't forget later. And so we want Syria brought up to the top. It's going to look like a dog for a start. So pop it up here next to Libya.
Yeah.
Okay. This is not what you see, it's what you get. European Union.
Yeah.
So still leave these ones here, or
but rename it in the important or in the on the first chapter, on the first paragraph. So simply European votes at the end of May.
So is she leaving? It's a joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I mean Theresa May. No.
More critics about Europe. More critics about Europe.
Yep. Okay. I won't keep on going on that one. So, this is all that you want?
Yeah.
What you see is not what you get. Okay. This Italy Italy still causing issues?
Yeah,
Okay.
indeed. The banking system is very weak, and I would not be surprised to see Italy preparing something like, not necessarily perhaps a process to leave the European Union, but a process to kill the euro by introducing their own money in Italy. I would not be surprised of that. Perhaps after the elections. So.
Okay. Thank you. So it's really strange the way that came out. Okay, done. Thanks. So I'll just hit update. And okay, back to the NewsWatch. Slowly getting through this thing. If we check out sheet number 2, we have the top 10 pairs. And pull this over. The ranges are getting smaller. So a couple of months ago, it was about 1,300, loomed up to 1,500 as the maximum range, and now we're down to $1,100 per day average range. But last week was pretty quiet. So these are the weeks. That was last week, depending on where you are in the world, and that one was this week. So Easter has influenced it, and that was the end of Brexit, or a lot of the Brexit kerfuffle. But the ranges are really tiny. They're quite nasty. Like down here, trying to trade the Euro Swiss with a 40 pip range on average through the day is quite nasty.
Indeed.
Yep. And last week it looked like all the major pairs were kind of flatlining except for the pound Aussie. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we've got the top 10-ish, these ones here, and I think I've copied them over. Let me do this again. I did a longish drive yesterday and I can't remember what I've done as a result. And I'm still trying to recover this morning. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, Abraham, choppy or tiny range, and so I have not made a lot of scale-ins. So in my trades, so being extremely prudent.
Yeah, and on my side of things, I've widened my spread, my entry tolerance, because as I complained last week, I keep getting into trades that look really good and then getting knocked out. The price will go down, touch them, and then immediately reverse. So I've widened my entry tolerance from 3 pips on the pound yen to 6 pips. And last week that stopped me getting into a couple of trades that immediately turned around if I'd had the shorter, smaller tolerance. Yeah, they're just sitting in a trading range and sort of seems to be pushing the boundaries of the consolidation zone a little bit more just to pick on me and then snap back into the range itself. Okay, okay, Dan, thank you. And
okay, let's go.
So do this.
Let's go on the pairs to trade. So, just in the case the market will work on Monday for the U.S. session. So,
I'll make it red.
No,
yep.
no. There are too many countries on holiday. I prefer to advise no trading on Monday.
Okay.
Because we have nothing really important.
Okay. Tuesday.
Yeah. Tuesday.
We have CAD.
The CAD.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay. So we have the pound CAD as the first pair. Then for the second pair, the pound Kiwi or pound Aussie, and then the pound yen.
Okay. Okay. Wednesday, we have the Aussie.
We have the Aussie, okay.
And
then
the CAD.
We have again the CAD, yeah.
Big CAD.
Yeah.
And the yen, maybe. yen's right. Perhaps the next day.
The yen, I will include the yen, indeed. The yen. So we don't have a lot of choice. So the first choice will be the pound Kiwi or pound Aussie.
Yep.
Then we will have the pound CAD, of course. And then the pound yen.
Okay. And for Thursday, okay, still got the yen.
I will include indeed the yen.
Yep, and it comes up that day anyway. And
Yep.
we've got the pound.
We have the pound,
And
pound,
US
and
dollar.
the US dollar, yes,
That's it.
and that's it. Okay, so we will have the pound yen or pound US dollar, pound yen or pound US dollar. Then we will have the pound Kiwi or pound Aussie.
Yep.
And then we will have the pound CAD.
And if you're listening to what Eusebio is doing, he's making X's next. If I say that the pound is a news item, he'll mark an X next to all the items that have got the pound in it. And then if I say the yen, he will mark an X next to the ones with the yen in it, for instance, this one. And select from those the most likely for that particular day, once we've got the news for that day. Okay. And for those who haven't seen this, the days run from, for instance, here. The Friday starts at 5 p.m. Thursday.
So we will have the Kiwi.
Yep. And runs through till 5 p.m. that particular day. So that's why we're sort of going half and half on some of these pairs. So, and we've got the US dollar. So,
And then the US dollar, and that's all. Okay. So we will have then the pound Kiwi or pound Aussie.
Yep.
Then I would like to say the pound US dollar or euro Kiwi.
Oh, okay.
Pound US dollar or euro Kiwi.
That one's...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's not much of a mover. I almost didn't bring it in.
It depends. Sometimes it makes nice movement when we have good news on or important news on the Kiwi.
Okay.
So pound US dollar or euro Kiwi. And then we will keep the pound CAD.
Okay. Cool.
And we are
Thank
done.
you. Cool. So these are the pairs for the whole week. The bottom two only just managed to fit in there within range. And what Eusebio's just done is he's used the news to filter it further for each particular day. The first two lots up here, they're kind of got equal value. And then the third one is if the top ones are not moving that much, then you can flip down and use the third tier of pairs. So see how it goes. And it really does pay when you're trading just to concentrate on one or two pairs. I did a survey a couple of years ago of people, are you consistent? And of the people that, and then I asked them questions like, how long have you been consistent? How long did it take you to become consistent? That sort of stuff. The thing which really stood out was people said, I only trade one or two pairs. That's it. I don't jump around. I pick one or two pairs and stick with them and leave it at that. So don't try and use, if you're starting out, don't try and monitor all these, otherwise you'll be like in some Skype rooms. And if you watch when Eusebio is doing his live tradings, he'll have, say, 4 or 6 pairs up on the chart, and people will say, oh, but what about the Troy yen? And what about the such and such? And they're jumping all over the show and not actually concentrating on the charts that are on the screen. You will miss movements because you're concentrating just on those ones, but if you start jumping around, you will miss a lot of movements. Okay. They are watching your trades. Yes, they are.
Yeah, and then you monitor a pair like the one you have mentioned, Chris, with the Turkish lira. So you see the pair has a very large movement, but the price quotation is also 10 times higher. So this means that there is nothing, the movements are very similar to the other pair. So
Sure.
if the movements are 10 times bigger, but the price quotation is also 10 times bigger, so there is no impact. So, and the problem with this kind of pair or crosses, the volume of activity is very, very small. So you may have very bad price execution. It's better to focus on the pairs with a lot of activity.
Thank you very much for your time. I hope you have a good Easter, and we'll call it quits here. If you have any questions, please send them in.